And our next law is the exponent of zero law. Okay? No, I want you to hold on to it right now. Okay? So, exponent of zero law. Evaluate the following to find the pattern. So, you know that 2 cubed is 8. You know that 2 squared is 4. And 2 to the exponent 1 is 2. Yes. Yeah. So we're back to our notes, back to the exponent law. This is right where we left off. This is on page 13. What do you think 2 to the 0 is? 1. What pattern did you notice? Someone else taught you already. There is a pattern. What's happening as we subtract 1 from the exponent? You're dividing by 2 or halving. If you did that again, you'd get 1. And if you did it again, well, that's your negative exponent rule that is also explained by it. Because if you divide by 2 again, that 2 moves to the bottom with a positive exponent of 1. If we do the same thing with 3, 3 cubed is 27, 3 squared is 9, 3 to the 1 is 3. What's the pattern? We're dividing by 3 each time. So 3 to the 0 is 1, and 3 to the negative 1 is 1 over 3. So the zero exponent law says if you have an exponent of 0 to any base, does it make sense that it's going to equal 1 no matter what? So if I said, what is 5 to the 0? It's equal to 1. And the reason is if you looked at a pattern, as you go down by an exponent, you have to divide by 5. So if I'm at 5 to the 1 and I divide by 5 to get to 5 to the 0, I will just get 1. This is an exponent law that many students just memorize and then forget the reason why. So I don't know if you want to take a moment to say to yourself, does the reason why make sense to you? That the pattern you would just keep dividing? Okay? Some other people use the quotient rule. To explain the zero rule. What's our quotient rule say? If you have the same bases and you're dividing, what do you do to the exponents? Subtract. So if I subtracted my exponents, I would get 5 to the 0. Can you see that if you had the same number on the top and the same number on the bottom, right? We did this before. 125 divided by 125. 1. Good. There we go. Whew, that was intense. You just pick it up at the end of class, okay? So we can see why it's equal to 1 with that law as well. So there's 2 ways that you can see the zero exponent law. Using your quotient law of subtracting the same number divided by the same number. I mean, you can even do it with 8 divided by 8. Ooh. I'm pretty sure none of you thought about doing this in the past. You went, oh, these both have exponents of 1. So I'm going to subtract the exponents and get 8 to the 0 and then use my zero exponent law to make that equal to 1. I sure hope that that's not the way that you solve that question. That when you see 8 divided by 8, you just be like, I know it's equal to 1. But it's kind of neat that we can see different rules applied in different situations, even in simplistic ones. So, 2 cubed divided by 2 cubed. That's 1. I think that's at the top of your page. But now, the exponent of zero law can be put into other questions, and it might just appear, and you just have to be able to deal with it as it appears. Okay? The only base that is not allowed is 0 to the 0. And the reason for that is the following. Mathematics is based on patterns. So for example, 3 to the 0 is 1, 2 to the 0 is 1, 1 to the 0 is 1. What do you think 0 to the 0 should be if we're following a pattern? 1. Okay, but what happens if I do this? 0 cubed is 0, 0 squared is 0, 0 to the 1 is 0. What do you think 0 to the 0 should be? 0. Don't we have a problem here? We have two patterns that are contradicting each other. Okay? Mathematicians don't like that. So in the end, they just say it doesn't work. It's not defined because it fits this pattern, which says it should be 1. It fits this pattern, which says it should be 0. It can't be both numbers at the same time. So often mathematicians just say, you know what? We're just going to say it doesn't exist. You're not allowed to do that. So this is one of those examples where you're not allowed to do that. Okay. 9 questions. Some of them involve zeros, but they also involve your other laws that you have. The first ones don't. 5 to the 0. 1. Right? 325 to the 0. 1. What is negative 2 to the 0? Is it going to be 1 or is it going to be negative 1? Order of operations, bedmass. Do you do the exponent first or multiply? You do the exponent first. Is the exponent to the 2 and the negative or just to the 2? Just the 2. So that would make this negative 1 in the end. But here in D, is the exponent to the 2 and to the negative? Yes. So this one, the answer is 1. Okay, I'll give you a little head start for the rest of these.